right, so I have an agenda. I have 3 things we need to cover today.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Number 1 is, I think we're probably calling this like a sub project. Like
a little bitty project for them in between all of my big projects that take longer than a week.
Well, a little bitty project for the boys in between all your big projects.
I guess, yeah.
Like, how long do you think this project will take?
Oh, no. 2 days. That's what I said.
2 days. I'm just kidding. You don't have to put it in there, though.
So...
No, but in all seriousness, how long do you think this project will take?
Depends how many hours a day I work on it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I usually jump from project to project to project.
Yeah.
Multiple projects throughout a day.
Yeah.
So, if I worked on it for non-stop days, which let's call it 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
2 days.
All right, so we'll get to the project that we're wanting to tackle.
But it's probably going to be spread out over a week.
Let's just say 2 months for good measure.
How about this? 16 hours worth of work.
Okay, that's a better way. That's what we should do. Hours of work.
All right.
Okay. Item number 2. Oh.
Sorry, I actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I'm committing to that before I know the full extent on your plans for this room. I know my plans for the room. What are your plans?
I'm trying to keep them scaled back. All right, we'll get to that. Item number 2, our Better Together membership group is open just through Wednesday. And so that is a group that we do with Angela Braniff and her husband and Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. And it is all about strengthening families, giving you resources, tips, and fun games and challenges that we can do together as a family. Everyone is welcome, and we're excited to provide resources. No matter what your family looks like, we want to do that.
So I have a question about this group.
That you're a part of, yes.
Okay. So my question is, since it's the year of 2020, it's Better Together. Do you think maybe we're all getting a little too close that we might...
Tired of being together? Well, and I think we are, and that's why I think you and I have been realizing, like, I'm actually feeling really bummed out today because Minnesota officially today is closing back down, the strictest we've done. And so I'm sure other states there's stuff going on, or you're having family canceling on your get-togethers and stuff. And so it really hit me today, and I was like, oh my goodness, we have had so much time together as a family. Yay. But quantity time doesn't necessarily translate to quality time, right? Like, correct. I don't feel like we're coming through this like with stronger relationships necessarily. So I feel like we're having to like retool and learn new skills to all get along well.
I notice when Dawn goes to get groceries, it takes a little longer than it used to.
Yeah, so we share videos throughout the week, and then we also have lots of cool experts that give us their best tips. So we have Facebook Lives and Zooms, and we do different book clubs together. And every weekend we have like a weekend gamer challenge that's designed for us to do together as a family to get us doing, like, thinking outside of the box of stuff that we can do together. So it's a cool group. We're really excited about it. There is a membership fee involved, so we'll put all those details down below. Nothing changes here though on YouTube. We keep doing our same thing here. It's just fun to have another outlet to kind of support and cheer on other families. The other thing I realized was that we never actually showed you finishing the swing set. We talked about how we thought it was a very poor investment. We regret purchasing it. But I want to show, we didn't show you putting on the tin roof.
That was fun.
Yeah, I was very worried that Tom was going to fall off it while you were doing it.
That's okay. I didn't fall. As you can tell, I'm here. Good to go.
I also forgot to mention that Tom got the tin up on the roof, and it looks really cool. It's black, but it's probably more of like a charcoal color, I guess. And so we were looking at the different, like, you know, like the colored tarps and the sun fabric and all of that. But it was actually almost the same price just to do the tin on it. And this should last longer is the intention. So I told Tom, I'm like, I think we need to add it to our homeowner's insurance now too. Like, if anything actually happened to this, we would be out some money, right? So, but yeah, it should have a pretty good snow load capability and shed the snow well. So I don't know, we'll see.
We've actually gotten six plus inches of snow already this year, and it slid right off.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Yeah.
And so Tom did spray it with cedar side about a week ago. And so that makes it so we can stain the treated lumber right away, which I think is the difference between it really getting this warm cedar color. So this we've stained the same season that we put it up. Our garden over here, I'll show you, because this, I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell the difference. So our garden we put in a year and a half ago. And so it was treated lumber, so we did the normal, you're supposed to wait like 6 months to a year before you stain it. But you know how the lumber just gets weathered over the year and a half, then by the time you go to put the stain on, it just isn't as nice of a color. So by being able to do the cedar side, spray the cedar side on, and then wait 3 days, and then you can stain, I think it really made a big difference with how pretty the color looks, and I felt that same way with our deck too.
Did you know that that's not actually the point of cedar side?
No, it's actually to protect the wood.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's just an added benefit.
Yeah.
The point of
For
it
me,
is
that's
just
the point of it.
an additional rot protectant
Yeah.
and like critter
Pests,
protectant.
yeah.
But the benefit, which is really the only selling point you needed, was we could stain immediately.
Yeah. So we did it the same color as our deck, the cedar color. I couldn't believe that as soon as we got the cedar colored stain on, it looked like a rainbow play system again.
I don't want to call it a rainbow play system. It's my play system.
Yeah, it's a Tom
I built
play
it.
system. Tom rebuilt it.
Rainbow gets no credit for that play set.
Yeah.
What we used of rainbow,
It was very minimal. Anyway, it turned out beautiful once it was stained. Like then it was like, looks awesome. All right, so let's get back to our mini project. All right, guys, there was some concern that the girls got a new bedroom and you didn't. But what was funny is you guys didn't even ask for us to do your room, did you?
No.
You don't actually care that much.
you guys care?
Yes.
Oh, do you?
Oh, you do care?
Yeah. So
They
should
just want to see us do something cool.
So should we give your guys' room a makeover?
Yes.
Okay,
Should
then
we
get out!
should we do something cool
Yes.
that's a surprise?
How about
Okay.
instead of making something cool that's a surprise, why don't we like make something ridiculous that when you guys come in, you don't ever want to leave?
Would that be good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, then you gotta leave because
Yep, we're gonna talk about
I'm
the
gonna
plans.
destroy this room and then make it new again. Are you calling it a mini project because it's a small room?
It is a pretty small room. Well, so let's back up. So originally we thought there's a closet here around the corner, and we thought we were gonna open that wall up to make this room a little bit bigger because it's really not a big room.
Well, what we thought, because actually, so on the back side of what is the stairwell is the closet is the full length back there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had thought take this one corner out and make that room and then just leave the closet the rest of it, which is still very big.
Because it would add another like 30 to 40% to this room size.
Right.
Yeah.
And the benefit to that would be we would make that like a little playroomish kind of thing for the boys. A cute little thing tucked around the corner, which I mean we still could do. That would just make this project bigger.
Not a 16-hour project then. So what we've decided for now is we're just gonna leave that closet door there.
Yep.
But to make a little more room in here where they could potentially play, then we were thinking about lofting up their beds a little bit.
Right. Since we have a lot of ceiling height. We're like,
Yeah.
crank those beds to the sky.
So the thought would be to put them up as high as we can with where
I think you need to lower your hand to like there.
Well, Tom and I differ in opinions on this.
Have you woken up and hit your forehead on an angled wall before?
They're so short. Like Tom hits his head
Right,
on
but they're gonna grow up.
Well, okay, so that's the other thing. That's the other question we're gonna get asked then. Okay, so how long though do we see our two boys sleeping in this room?
3 years.
Okay, so they're gonna get taller during that time, but they're not gonna be your height during that time.
No, I'm saying going from a sleep position, sitting upright. I don't want them to hit their head on an angled ceiling.
All right, let's show what it is we're thinking.
All right. How do I have my
Don't sleep with your hands like
How do I have my hands right now? So my thought is, I agree, I want to make the beds higher, but I don't want to make them high enough where when the boys sit up like this,
Yeah.
did you hear me? I don't want them to
Did you groan? I didn't hear you.
I did. I don't want them to hit their heads.
Right, okay. But the problem is that I feel like if we don't lift them up as high as we can, like put there's not enough room for them to sit up in. There's no point in lofting them then.
Then I guess there's no point. Project done.
Oh, dude.
You want their beds right here? Are you nuts?
I think it'll be okay. I feel like we need to test this out somehow.
No.
Like, could we just like hold up a mattress there or something? Like, how could we see? I think they'll be okay. I think they'll learn just to like slide into bed and not sit up straight.
Here's what I will compromise with you. I would be okay with the tops of their mattresses being right here.
What? Tom, I just don't feel like that's enough room for them to sit up under there.
It's not.
This is where we say 1 hour later.
Okay. So I retract my previous statement. This will not be a 16-hour job. I think we're looking at like 60.
60?
Did you just remember what we talked about here?
Anyway,
You
okay.
want like a full custom thing here.
Yeah. Well, okay. So explain what we weren't seeing eye to eye on was hitting heads on the ceiling. I feel like kids are quick learners, and so, but Tom's hit his head enough times in his life that.
And here's the thing is, so right now Corbin's 7. He will be 10. Do you know what size a 10-year-old boy will be?
I don't.
A lot bigger than he is now.
Okay.
Look at Adeline. He's going to be much bigger than her at 10.
Okay. So,
what we were not seeing eye to eye on is this height right here. Dawn wants my arm to be the top of the mattress.
Yep.
So I said no.
Unless.
Of this.
Right.
So what we decided to do is we're going to bring the beds out, which I know we have a whole lot of room. So we're going to take up some more
Yeah,
square
look
footage.
at this huge
So we're going
space.
to bring the beds out to maybe like here.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
So then, by going that high, they'll have more headroom
Yeah.
naturally by the angle going away.
Right. So then
we'll build a box, something on the backside, so it's like a wall or whatever.
yeah, there's not just like a void there, but
Yeah.
yeah. So then my thought naturally is, oh, I've seen some really cool stuff on Pinterest where then we'll basically make like a whole facade here, so they look like they're like built into the wall.
And Dawn says that, and I said,
okay, there goes 50 more hours.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So then I say, I'll show you a picture. Here's my picture. All right.
Which I haven't seen that picture. You all
No,
saw
he
yet.
doesn't see it till later. All right, so I think we're formulating a plan for the
Okay,
beds.
so now we're gonna do that.
Yep.
And then we're doing drawers.
Yeah,
on
we're gonna do
each
some
end.
drawers underneath for their clothes. And then some little bit of like toy storage, or not like so much toys, for them to keep their special anythings that they want to keep. Just some space for them to have to store stuff.
So I think what we're gonna do, so we have a bunch of those extra puck lights from
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
girls.
it was like a box of 15 when we got them.
So we're gonna put those underneath inside of here. We'll make like some sort of little wall here, so there's like 2 entrances.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like fort-ish.
Yeah. And we'll have to put a ladder up and probably rails. Do we worry about them falling off? Corbin falls off
yeah.
the bed. Okay, yeah.
This kid falls off all the time.
We just like hear it downstairs. We're like,
It's like,
yep.
Boom!
That's why we're glad that like it's an IKEA bed, so it's like really low to the ground.
And this kid sounds like an elephant in the morning.
When he comes down the stairs, you think it was Tom. Like, it's amazing.
Nope, it's the 6-year-old.
All right, so then as far as like the wall behind you, I have a proposition that's probably going to get shut down.
Oh man, I'm not doing board and batten. Nope, not happening.
I want board and batten on it.
Dang it.
No, Tom, we could literally do a pattern that just covers all of your seams, and you don't have to do any mudding or taping. We'll just put board and batten, make it a pattern that covers it all, and paint it. Like that makes that you can go from 60 hours like back down a bunch of hours.
Really?
Yeah.
How about we do a cost analysis? Let's talk cost. Board and batten versus...
How much is a
Tape and
sheet
money.
of MDF?
Listen,
We're not doing select pattern
tape and mud... No. Tape
Okay.
and mud is free-ish.
because we have everything.
We have everything.
Okay.
A sheet of MDF was like $25, $30. And the pain and agony it causes me to put on the wall
What?
is like $400 or $500 for this space.
I love how you're putting a value on your painting. Tom, putting up board and batten is way easier than mudding and taping.
Oh, says the woman who just says, yep, that's
Just
what I
do
want.
it. All right, so, okay, let's ask our friends. Should we do board and batten on this wall? I love how it turned out in the girls' room, and I just feel like it adds character to a small space.
Right. The argument I have is this is a small room, and that's adding more busyness. The other issue that I have is that feels girly-ish, and this is a boys' room.
Oh, I wouldn't paint it white, though. I would paint it like a light gray or something.
Okay, well, still, it adds busyness.
I mean, I would paint it army green. So let us know. Do you think we should do board and batten on this wall or mud and tape it? And then I think one of the only other things that needs to be done in here is that window. It needs to be trimmed out and the jam put around it.
We should show all of our friends my doorstop I put on the... My concern, I screwed a 2x4 to the floor as a doorstop so the boys didn't punch their doorknob through the wall. Because I guarantee they would have if I didn't do that.
We could paint it to match the board and batten. Should we show them in the ceiling too, where you kind of accidentally punched through with when you were tearing down the...
Was that? I feel like that was a pry bar.
Pry bar, taking down the old wall there.
Yeah.
That was a bummer because it was just like, you just know it's like, oh, that's more work that you have to do now, right?
Yeah, we'll just smash mud in there and then throw some tape over it and hope it holds.
Alright, so we have to finish that window, put trim around the closet door.
We gotta trim out both doors.
Yeah.
And the floor.
And the floor. So, and then build this whole thing. Alright, so let's just not do a time estimate on it.
I'm gonna shave some time off. I'm gonna say I will have 48 hours into this. 48
hours. Okay, so we're gonna keep track so we can let you know, and we'll just see. So
over how many days? That's a TBD. But
right. Yeah, and the reason we're thinking of like fitting this project in around others is because the office project is like, Tom's still working on that, but you don't like to work on it like full days every day.
No, it's not even that. It's that that's an expensive project.
Yeah.
And that we have to spend like decent chunks of money every time we do something out there.
Yeah, and you're not really getting any calls back for the heating source out there.
So guess who's gonna figure out how to put in a boiler system myself?
DIY. So that's taking, we were just gonna like have somebody come out and install it, thinking like then that's checked off the list, not really happening. So
I gotta figure out how to do that too.
Mm-hmm. But because we are spending so much time at home, it would also feel nice just to have like this room done, and like we're getting really close then actually to having the house kind of wrapped up. So okay, let's do okay. Anyway, all right, well, we would love to know what you're up to. What projects do you have going on, and do you feel the need to just like do something productive? Because let's not think about stuff, like sit around and think about stuff. So I'd be curious if you have any projects going on.
Are you talking about thinking about what's going on in our country?
Yeah, the world.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so we'd love to know what you're up to, but we hope you have a really great weekend. We love you, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye bye.